Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here and appreciate you joining me. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and I will be grateful for you doing that. And then, if you'd like to follow along, we'll be in the ninth chapter of the book of Acts, beginning in the 32nd verse. Now, as Peter went here and there among them all, he came down to the saints who lived at Lydda. There he found a man named Aeneas, bedridden for 8 years, who was paralyzed. And Peter said to him, Aeneas, Jesus Christ heals you. Rise and make your bed. And immediately he arose, and all the residents of Lydia and Sharon saw him, and they turned to the Lord. Very straightforward story that we have here today. Peter, and I love that phrase, as he went here and there. That sounds like some of the ladies listening may talk about us men and how we drive sometimes. Tend to get lost and don't ask for directions. That's kind of what it sounds like here, that Peter was rambling around and wouldn't ask for directions. But he got where God wanted him to be. He got down to be with the saints at Lydda, and he finds a man there by the name of Aeneas. It says he had been bedridden or paralyzed for 8 years and unable to go, and obviously no one had been able to help him. But Peter goes to him, and he says something here, says something interesting. Jesus Christ heals you. That statement, he makes it very clear to anyone who may be in the room, anyone who may be telling this story later, makes it very clear for you and I today that this wasn't, Peter was making sure that they didn't give him any kind of credit or say anything about him, but that Jesus Christ was the one who healed him. And then he, for my, what I think is a kind of an unusual statement, that after Jesus heals you of being paralyzed 8 years, you'd think, well, get up and run down the street shouting and praising the Lord. No, Peter tells him to get up and to make his bed, and so to get up and straighten up his bed, make his bed. And so he tells him to get up, and I think what we see happening here is get up and get back to normal. Go back, and God's made you, and the phrase when he says Jesus Christ heals you, the words there are he makes you whole. And so if this man is made whole, he is back to normal. He is back to where he is supposed to be. And so he says, you need to get back to doing the things. We want to show the world, show everybody, show your family, show your neighbors the authenticity of your healing, that you are made well. When he says he heals you, he makes you whole, the word means he's did it right now. It's complete. You're not, this is not going to be a thing. If you've ever had a broken bone or something, and when they first take your arm out of the cast, at first you kind of move, but over a period of weeks you begin to be able to get back to full use of that arm. This wasn't a thing. He makes you whole. Get back to normal. Get up and make your bed, and that's the kind of transition that he is. That he is making. And so Peter gives him this challenge and encouragement and something for everyone there to see. And the man gets up. Immediately he does. He believes and he gets up. And it says because of this, people in the town, they turned to the Lord when they saw it, when they saw the power of the Lord being demonstrated in Aeneas's life. Their life begins to be transformed. And as we ponder this little kind of brief little interlude here, just a couple of verses that just are kind of dropped into the book of Acts. What's God wanting us to see? What's He trying to teach us? I do think there's a couple things. He wants us, I believe, to see, first of all, again, the total, complete transformation that He makes in this man's life, and that He wants to make that kind of change and that kind of transformation in everyone's life. He wants to save you from your sin. He wants to see your life transformed and wants to see you get back to life, to doing the things that a person is supposed to do. But why does He do that? So that others will see, and that others will turn to the Lord, to use the phrase from the book of Acts. God wants to work. God wants to work in your life so that others might see, and that they might come to know Christ as well. And I want to leave you with that thought as you go out for your day to day. Are people seeing a transformation in your life that causes them to want the same Lord that you have? Is the work in your life so evident and so obvious that others can see it and want to have that same type relationship with God? The opposite question could be true. Or is our life pushing people away from the Lord? Think about it. Which one? Is your life leading people to the Lord or leading people away from the Lord? It's doing one of those two things. Have a good day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.